As the crowd is screaming, "Run, you effing coward," the police are escorting them to the Israeli consulate as they're throwing cones at the police, and they're depicting Jews eating dead babies. This is in Denmark. What you're seeing here is Muslim riots across, this is Denmark, this is across Europe, London, Paris, New York, and I think I have Florida on here too. And this is just in the past year. With the Nazi salute. And we're the Nazis, remember? France. Thousands of cars are burned intermittently. 10,000 cars in one night.
That might amaze me very little.
Yeah, but it's constant.
What are they watching?
They're angry. They're angry. I mean, if it's not Iraq. I mean, in the case of in Paris, there was a Muslim young man who was running from a crime, and he ran into an electrical fence, and he got killed. This is a crowd demanding that an Israeli flag be removed from someone's window, and the police went up and they removed the flag. This is in Germany. And while Israel is something of a tangential issue, it's a critical issue because Israel is on the front lines of the jihad, period. They want Israel because, believe me, it's not this tiny little oilless, goldless, 9 miles at its wide piece of land that they want. They want Israel because it is in the Quran that the Jews must be annihilated. And the Jews must be, any Jew you see hiding behind a tree, you must kill them. I mean, Islamic anti-Semitism is very much a part of Quranic doctrine, and that's why you see such virulent anti-Semitism on the Arab media and the Muslim media and in the streets. Sweden it's scary what's happening in Sweden. This was because a tennis player, an Israeli tennis player, had won a match and was coming to Sweden to play. They burned the buses, the police buses, they burned the cars. It was madness. Europe is on fire. And if any of you have been to Europe recently, it's not the Europe of your parents that was so near and dear post-World War II. It's completely and utterly changed. And I don't think that Europe understood the lessons it should have learned from World War II. They came away with this idea that nationalism was bad, and that a good idea would be to eliminate nationalism and come up with this kind of EU gobbledygook that basically is so politically correct. Okay, you can shut it down. What Europe should have done and taken away from World War II is that they were monsters, and that they were evil, and they have to defeat evil, and they have to be good. It's just that simple. The battle is just that simple. Okay, let's start from the beginning. First of all, I'm Pamela Geller, and contrary to popular belief, I'm a human rights activist. CARE, the unindicted co-conspirator, Muslim Brotherhood linked, Hamas tied civil rights group, thank you very much, characterizes the defense of free speech, freedom of conscience, the equality of rights for women as hate speech because it's denied under Islamic law. And what they do is they try to shut up everybody who speaks against Islamic supremacism. And they're very successful at it. And I want to just thank you from the bottom of my heart for having the guts to have me speak. I mean, CARE got Franklin Graham. No, you. hair got Franklin Graham banned from the Pentagon. A righteous, pious man like that. It's shocking. It's shocking that it's not front page news. They got Robert Spencer, a leading scholar on Islam, banned from the Library Association. Now, isn't the Library Association the gatekeeper to human thought? How dare they? How dare they attack one human thought? And what they're trying to do is make people like me toxic and marginal so we can't speak while they literally impose Islamic law, Sharia law, here in America. Now, if that sounds to you as something really outrageous, let me explain. The fact that what I'm saying could even be determined or accused of being hate speech is a form of Sharia law. In Islam, slander is not what we think of as slander, where you actually maliciously lie or accuse to hurt another person. Slander is anything that insults a Muslim about Islam. So we are self-imposing Sharia. When the cartoons, the Danish cartoons broke, and if you didn't see them, it's because the media would not run them or broadcast them. I wish you would go online and Google Danish cartoons and look at them. They were very innocuous, but we self-impose some kind of a censorship. It's not even state-run censorship. It's a self-imposed Sharia law. It's freedom of speech. It's all about freedom of speech. And I am telling you, and I am warning you, that freedom of speech is the line in the sand. The principle of freedom of speech is not concerned with the content of a man's speech, nor does it protect only the expression of good ideas, but all ideas. Because if not that, otherwise, who decides? Who decides what's a good idea? Obama? Who decides? The Council of American Islamic Relations? All ideas. You see, you're sitting here and you think you're in a little room in Gatlinburg. Did I say that right? Thank you. This is a battlefield. And this is a victorious battle site. Because I am telling you that the war is in the information battle space. The war is in the battle of ideas. The guns, the bombs, the bloodshed, that comes as a result of what goes on here. And this attack on freedom of speech, you see, I don't care what they say. They say the most egregious, libelous, slanderous things about me. I don't care. As long as I have the opportunity to speak, I know that my ideas are superior. I know that Western civilization is superior to Islamic society. I know this. So I know I'll win, because my ideas are better. But once you remove a free man's right, unalienable right, endowed by God, to speak freely, he has no other choice but to get violent. You will have no other alternative. This is the line in the sand, freedom of speech. You know, when I was very young, there was a big news story, and I really was not paying attention to the news, but it was really one of those stories that kind of captures you. There was talk that there was going to be a big Nazi march in Skokie, Jewish, highly Jewish suburb in outside